Looney Tunes Back in Action is a Joe Dante film from 2003. It stars Brendan Fraser, Jen Elfman, and Steve Martin. I remember when this came out back in 2003, and there was toys of this at every Wendy's restaurant. And for years and years after this would always be presented on Teletoon. It's crazy how things were back in the early 2000s. So yeah, this movie is probably the next best thing to Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which, as I said before, is the finest movie ever presented that combines live action with 2D animation. Say what you will about 3D animation combinations like the Paddington movies, but in terms of 2D animation, it goes Roger Rabbit as number one. Then I would say Looney Tunes Back in Action at number two, then Space Jam number three. Or whatever. Maybe one day I'll switch out. I'll change Space Jam and Looney Tunes Back in Action for each other as number. Well, whatever. I'm going off on a tangent. So yeah, I'll just get straight into the movie and just say what I liked and what I didn't like about it. So yeah, Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny's rivalry is reaching a bit of a breaking point, and the director of the film's Kate, who's played by Jen Elfman, fires Daffy, and Bugs doesn't want to work at all unless it's with Daffy. So the producers try to get her to get Daffy back. Meanwhile, there's this aspiring stuntman who makes his normal living by being a security guard. His name is DJ Drake, who's played by Brendan Fraser. And he tries to live up to his James Bond-esque father, who's played by Timothy Dalton. It's pretty smart the way that the subplot with Brendan Fraser and Timothy Dalton is. Yeah, it's just genius. You'd have to see the movie for yourself. I don't want to. I want my videos now to be kind of shorter for attention span's sake, and so I don't go on so many tangents like I just did. But whatever. Um. So yeah, there's a bunch of tongue-in-cheek references with James Bond that I really liked. So Daffy consoles DJ, and they find out that DJ's dad is a real spy who got kidnapped, and they must find this thing called the Blue Monkey. So Kate and Bugs eventually meet up with them in Las Vegas, where this evil chairman, who's played by Steve Martin, waits for them. The Blue Monkey is it's this diamond, and it's the key to the chairman's diabolical plan to turn everyone in the world into working monkeys, make products for people, and turn them back into humans to buy them. Yeah, that's a pretty stupid plot. I mean, a stupid um, explanation. This is a kids movie. The kids probably like it, but for adults, that's going to be a pretty big flaw of the film. So yeah, Fraser and Elfman and Daffy and Bugs. They must get to the Blue Monkey before Steve Martin and his goons do, and and yeah, it's pretty charming. Like it's not nothing big, but it has a certain little bit of charm to it. Now, one thing that made Who Framed Roger Rabbit work so well was the enormous amount of detail placed into the cartoon characters themselves, and also with Roger Rabbit, yeah, really talented people like Bob Hoskins, who look like they're actually looking directly at the the cartoon characters, even though there's really nothing there. I like Brendan Fraser and Jen Elfman, but it doesn't really seem like they're looking at anything. It's like they're looking straight through them, like they're looking at air, which is really how it works. Like they like nothing's there, then they put the cartoon over it. You put your hand in front of your face and you're looking at it. Put it down and your eyes immediately change focus, change position. Yeah, that was a bit of a flaw of the film. Um, so yeah, the movie does feature some energy, but so nice tongue in cheek moments. But I don't really think that this reaches Roger Rabbit's level in terms of both the visual and storytelling point of view, and that's fine. That's okay. Like this movie was never going to. This movie was going to really please kids a great deal and please adults just enough for them to give it a thumbs up and to watch it every now and again. Like if it's ever on Teletoon, or if you like you buy a copy and you watch it like once a year or whatever. That's really what Looney Tunes Back in Action is for if you're not a kid, because you like the the throwback to the Looney Tunes era, and you'll frankly like the um, some of the tongue-in-cheek moments. And even though the movie doesn't have quite the amount of detail in everything as Roger Rabbit does, it still does a good job with combining live action with animation. So I'll give the movie 3 stars.